gave you fair warning, beware.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our On the Couch podcast. And I am one of your hosts, Danny Cardozo, and I'm with Johnny Supa.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello.
What are we talking about today? I know off camera we were talking about agents. What exactly do you want to share today?
So Danny and I recently have been in communication with Remick. We've been in communication with the head office at DLC, and we've been in communication with ourselves, really and truly.
A lot of hours put into that.
A lot of hours, yeah. Danny and I have been chatting. We spent the last 2 years building our brokerage. We keep dialing in, we keep pivoting, which is important, I truly think. And
we keep touching on our journey.
Yeah,
That's not just our client journey. That's our agent journey.
Our agent journey. And we've taken our experiences and we've taken our lumps and we've taken our bloody noses that we've endured, and we've mapped out what we feel is what we want our culture and our environment to be, which I think is extremely important, because if you're a new agent or you're an existing agent out there, that's what you should be looking for, depending on what you're missing, though, of course. So we've been approached by new agents. We've been approached by seasoned agents to join our brokerage. Yep. And I think we just want to put a message out in this podcast to all of those that are incoming and those that are existing on what and who we are.
I want to start by saying that we might not be the brokerage for you.
100%.
Like, there's no question about it.
Yep.
Just like when I do a discovery call with a client, I am not only looking at whether you want to work with me, but I want to know if I want to work with you. And I do the exact same with our agents.
You want to work with me? Say that again. It sounds like you want to work with me?
But
do I want to work with you? But it's vice versa. Danny,
we've built a blueprint, and these are the agents that we want to work with. We know it works. We know it works.
Yep.
And we want to bring in agents that want to follow that same path.
I love it, because the blueprint is exactly what we have done. And talking to somebody most recent, it's kind of maybe a surprise coming in the future with the blueprint.
Yes.
And
it's gonna help. It's gonna help develop our blueprint a lot, make it a lot stronger.
What's the core, objective to your blueprint?
coachability,
Yeah.
Understanding where you are and where you're stuck. Our biggest campaign, and I don't mean it as a campaign like an ad campaign. Our biggest campaign is, where are you? What do you want? What do you recognize that you're stuck at? And do we fit that answer for you? Are we the solution to your problem? And that's where Danny and I are talking about. If you're really good at mortgages and you want to do the admin minutia, then stay where you are. Don't move. There's no point of changing brand. There's no point of changing brokerage. You've hit the ceiling. You don't want to continue doing any more. You're comfortable where you're at. That's fine.
And for a lot of our viewers that you guys have on social media, they notice that you do a lot of brainstorming. Brainstorming Mondays, I think. When do you actually do a team brainstorming?
So we recently shifted from Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays to
we
Tuesdays,
and Thursdays. Now,
yeah. And
we do a full 1 hour. Usually goes over because
Johnny talks a lot.
Johnny texts a lot.
Right.
What's the benefit to these meetings that you do?
So
we help educate, we strategize, we come up with marketing solutions,
we inspire.
What is the number one, would you say, issue that needs to be addressed? Like, not so much issue, but more so, like, what's the number one topic that always seems to come up?
Doing. It's always about the do. Well done is better than well said. You can say you want to do a million things, and again, somebody else said this recently on their podcast, or they were hosted somewhere, but they're told, like, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do this, and what our focus is, why aren't you doing it?
Yeah.
Why aren't you making the calls?
So we've put this in front of you. Do it.
Yeah.
We question you.
It's
why
easier
are you
said
feeling, why are you
than done.
feeling stuck?
It's
no, but
easier
why are
said
you
than
feeling
done.
stuck at the moment?
So this is where being a psychiatrist has to step in. This is where you have to understand the psychological behavior of people.
Or you have the right process in place that helps answer your questions and solves your problems. See, for the agents that work with us, and I say this because a lot of the times I'm talking to our agent, it's like, I'm just on the phone with my boss. I'm not your boss. Okay? I want to be your friend and I want to help you. That's what my goal is.
Dan
okay?
is laughing.
It's true. I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
You hear that all the time?
Yeah. We get the same phone calls. It's like, I'm on the phone with my boss.
So you're an equal, basically. What you're trying to say is you would like for them to think of you as an equal.
We just want to be your counterpart. Think of me as the piece that you're missing, but I'm going to hold you accountable for what you're not doing.
So are your agents like the bouncers and you're the cooler? You're the one that helps guide everything? Like, you ever watch Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze? How he's the cooler and they're the bouncers. So the cooler is the one that directs everyone. The bouncers are the one who are going to do what the cooler would like them to do.
So yeah, I'm glad you said it that way. It's no different than Tim Grover. I don't know if you guys know who Tim Grover is. So Tim Grover is the mental toughness coach and physical conditioner for Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, and of course the all-time greatest for me, Michael Jordan. That's a different topic for a different day. So if you start nurturing the person who's least likely and least influenced, and you start giving yourself the proper traits on how to reach out, provide education, provide value, to create reciprocity, to create the relationship, how to nurture relationships, how to build referral sources. When you do it on the bottom root, not from the top fruits that are lowest. Like, people talk in sales like, oh, go after the lowest hanging fruit. Listen, you're making a fucking mistake. You go after the lowest hanging fruits, you're going to ruin that relationship the quickest. Yep. You got to go after the ones that are sitting in the roots that you haven't even watered yet. And if you learn how to nurture that, and you learn how to provide value to the person who is the least likely and has the least influence, you have to learn how to build value for that person to create reciprocity. If you understand that, and which is what Danny and I teach you in our practices, in our Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you understand that, you will become a champion. You'll become unstoppable. That's the difference.
But you need self-motivation.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm just saying, like, you're gonna show up to our Tuesday calls. You better be motivated.
Yes, but
you better show up first of all. You better be motivated to get going.
But hold on a second. I can say all the things in the world. I can read all the books. Unless you're taking action, which is Danny's and I biggest, like I think we were going to call the show one time Taking Action. That was the idea, because everything matters if you take action.
What about if some of your agents are introverts and not extroverts?
Great question, dude. Yeah.
We have a couple.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So delve into that a little. What do you mean?
Okay, so sales is about customer service. You don't have to be an extrovert to be a good salesperson. I think some of the best salespeople are actual introverts, and because,
you know why? And I'm going to tell you why. Because they practice the most.
Yeah. The ones that
they're scared to go wrong, they practice the most.
The loudest,
they're the ones. Yeah. They're the ones that come out ahead.
Like, I know this is going to sound very weird, but I don't find myself an extrovert. People might think that. They're like, "Oh my God, this guy's so good in front of the camera, or he's good in front of the phone." Or
you're just confident.
No, it's practice. I knocked on doors for 6 years. This little long neck, skinny ET looking boy, when I was 18 years, yeah, but that's what it was. And when I got out there, like, I wasn't a confident kid. I didn't, I was a nerdy, curly haired boy, like most of us are, right? Like, I was a nerdy kid. And I didn't feel as confident as people might have portrayed me to be. I might have maybe hang around the cooler kid, maybe. That depends on people's opinions. But I wasn't as confident as I was when I gained the experience and practiced. Guys, I used to take my script and I used to practice in front of the mirror And I watched my body language. I watched my tone. I watched how many times I said, as most people do. I practiced it and I became really good at what I did. And people say to me now, it's like, you're a good salesman. No, I'm not.
So
I practiced.
So social media is a very big thing for any agent, for you guys too.
Yep.
When you're having that discussion on Tuesdays and Thursdays with your agents and the topic of social media comes up and they instantly maybe retreat and worry, what do you guys do about that?
They are scared to be in front of the camera, and I totally get that. I'm not a camera person, man. For anyone that knew me growing up, I'm not a camera person. If you go look at my page now, I got hundreds and hundreds of posts up there, but I'm not a camera guy. When my friends see me, they're like, "Dad, I can't believe you're doing that." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm doing it." So I let everything sit behind me, and I concentrate, and I do what I got to do. See you later. I knock it out. I give myself a hey after I'm done, and I move forward. And I try telling these to our agents or guys that are doing this. You need to get in front, block schedule your calendar, and don't do it one here and one there. And sometimes I'm at fault for this, right?
Everybody
but try
is.
to bang them out all in 1 or 2 hours. Come up with your topics. Guys, we got Chat GPT out there right now. Like, let's be honest. You have, we call her Kathy. That's our assistant. But you have help on creating the content that you need. The biggest problem, I think, on social media is, yes, they might be scared to put their face out there, but you can also do things, you can post stuff that doesn't require your face out there. So all you need is content, and that's the second biggest problem. Create that content.
And the first biggest problem is?
Doing it.
100% do it.
Block scheduling the time and just getting and
Because there's too much procrastinating?
procrastination is the assassination of motivation.
Motivation. See how it came full circle?
Yeah, but it has to do with you, not me.
Yeah, of course.
We can tell you to do this. Like, hey, you have to do this. You have to be motivated to do it.
So you have to inspire the motivation.
Yeah, you have to have motive. What is your motive that's driving you? What is your driving force? I want to inspire you to do it, but you have to be motivated to do it, because the unmotivated will not do it.
So social media is going down a path where if you're not on it, you're going to fall behind. Now, you could either give yourself a presence, or you can try to take advantage 100% of it. And if you want to take advantage of 100% of it, you're going to excel.
Yeah.
So it's either you want to tell people you're out there, or you want to excel using social media. And if you want to excel in this business, social media is a key factor. And it's sort of why mortgage agents now have come to the limelight, because nobody really understood what an actual mortgage agent did, other than, oh, they can get me out of a situation, purchase a home that the banks wouldn't give me.
Yeah.
But now education on social media has come out, and it's been so much popular that it's actually gave people out there the vision of understanding what a mortgage agent is.
Yep. And I think I really, unless Stefan has another question, I want to talk about why and what makes us different. So our Tuesdays and Thursdays are extremely important. We inspire, as I want to call it, but we coach, we mentor, we motivate, we're
one-on-one, man.
yeah, we strategize, we talk about what works, and we want to touch on why it works. You see, if you're an agent out there in this business right now and you're struggling or you're stuck, as we call them, okay, there's a lot of them out there, and this business is not going to get any easier because
But they blame the current market for being stuck or struggling.
it's your marketing, not the market. Your marketing, and this is what people don't understand. See, what is marketing? Marketing is the path to the sale. So what stream, what avenue are you creating in your marketing that is going to get you to the sale? So that's number one. Number two is you need to understand how to get out of the minutia. And a lot of people don't even know what that means. What does minutia mean? It means the mundane monstrosity of administration work that you are diving into in this business. But if you're going to, and I want to talk numbers. If you're going to go out and get 4 clients, okay, and you start working on 4 deals, and this is for all you agents that are in the business right now, listen to what I'm saying because it's extremely important. Danny and I have put together the blueprint. We know what works and doesn't work. You're the agent, you're doing 4 deals, you dive into the minutia, you're doing the mundane work every single day, and you're doing the administration, and all 4 deals fall apart. What have you accomplished? Nothing.
0.
So,
So have you
Nothing.
block scheduled your time
For prospecting,
for prospecting?
number 1. So understanding when to do prospecting and when to do admin work. So when to work on the business and when to work in the business. Right now, you're working in the business. What Danny and I have put together is a full G Suite process, administration, whatever you want to call it, blueprint. And if you're out there trying to wonder what and wondering what that is, I'm doing it on purpose. Reach out to me or Danny, and we'll explain to you what our blueprint is. The office admin and having a live underwriter, and I put that in quote because it's not, I don't know why I did that, but having a live underwriter, somebody that you can contact all day to touch and desk your deal with, including Danny and myself, to strategize, but to put the administration on the administrator is the key part that you're missing in your business, which is why you're probably hitting the ceiling. And if you're digging into the minutia and the mundane admin work every day and the deals fall apart, I'm sorry, that's your fault because you should be working on prospecting.
So there's a lot of decisions to be made. Agents have to look at different scenarios, but they got to build. The other thing they're trying to build is a nice tequila bar. And with that tequila bar, we have another one that we want to address. And what is that, Johnny?
This is a special bottle from a special person. The beard. The beard. There's nothing left. He drank it to himself. He didn't even share it. So I had to ask. No, I'm kidding. This is called Cenote. It's a tequila. It's an añejo. It's 100% agave. This bottle is a little over the $100 mark. I think it's 112 or 115 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Very different. It's quite smooth. It's got a chocolatey, vanilla,
cinnamon, oaky. You can like taste.
Not to
caramel.
influence the tequila here, but the owner of that bottle did give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, he did. This is definitely not my top choice. I'm not a flavored person. I don't like the vanillas.
I like the oak. So
this doesn't have oak?
It does.
It does have oak.
You can taste the oak in it, and I enjoy it because of the cigars.
Now, here's the deciding factor, Danny.
It's a nice bottle, though.
So I want you to take the bottle into consideration, the price and the flavor. What are you going to give it?
I'm giving it an 8.
Oh,
8 out of 10.
it's over $100.
8 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
Johnny?
In that over $100 mark, it's an 8 for me. I enjoy it.
Okay, the appearance of the bottle, I'm going to give this 3 different ratings. The appearance of the bottle gets a 9 out of 10 for me. I think
I love how every show we make it a little bit better.
we're breaking down categories. Well, I think
and we should do that. The
Definitely.
last show we talked about 2 different categories. Now we're at 3. So
So you're giving it an 8 for the bottle.
An 8 for the bottle. I think the price point is
Nuts.
it's ridiculous.
So it's got to be 5.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah.
But I mean, is price point really crazy? I
Yes.
mean, a bottle of scotch is $100.
You're talking about 2 different things now. You're talking about scotch and you're talking about tequila.
Okay, fair, very fair.
So what are you giving it for price?
Oh, this is got to be a 6.
Okay.
And then for the flavor, it's got to be a 6 too, because it's not I'm not a flavor tequila. I like, even though mezcal's my favorite, it's kind of flavored. This one here is, I'm not into the vanilla stuff.
All right. So for hate mail, where can they find us?
For all those people that want to chirp, you can reach me at Your Nesta Financial on Instagram. You can leave a comment on our podcast here on Spotify or on YouTube. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. And more importantly, guys, the reviews are very important to us. And you can find us at 12 Par Boulevard in Bolton. Danny?
What about you? Where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram.
Yeah, what is that?
That is Mortgages by Danny C.
And we shall see the next time.
Peace.